As you further study clock repair, you'll get into more complex movements that are like quarter striking and various chime striking movements. And you'll find that many of the movements, unlike your typical American time and strike, they'll have a more complicated strike system here for, let's say, quarter striking and so forth. And a lot of these striking mechanisms tend to hang down and hang out of the face of the movement. And the problem that you run into is these posts end up being too short, and you can't stand up your movement because all this complicated strike train system that's on here is hanging lower than your actual posts. And there's an easy way to solve that. And most of your material houses will carry these longer posts, and they come in really handy for those types of movements. As you can see, they are considerably longer, and so for your more complicated movements you can have a set of posts that are longer, so that way you'll have the clearance that you need when you have them set up on the posts. Also, as a second side bit, is that I don't use these only for the striking clocks. Let's say I'm working on this movement here and I've got another movement. Well, I'll just use this whether it's a striking clock or not. You can easily use these on this type of American movement. So not only to become a spare set, but also a set that can do your more complex striking system movements. This is actually what's called a microscope. And let me zoom in a little bit on this. Now what this is a 30 power microscope. Let me open it up here. And there's a light on the end here, and there's a on and off switch here. There's an adjustment here to focus. And what you do with this is you lay it down on the surface that you're wanting to look at. Let's say it's this is the surface here. And what I use this for is to examine pivot wear, pivot hole wear. If you want to take a real close-up view to see if there's any particular problems associated with that. Also, it's good for examining the surface of the clock case itself, if you're examining the wood for the quality of the finish and so forth. So all you would need to do is turn the light on and look down through this hole, and here's your focus here, and this will magnify 30 times. Also, it has a built-in mini magnifier here that pops out, which is an 8 times magnifier. And this is a very handy tool that you can carry around, and it's very inexpensive. It only costs about $9.99 at Radio Shack. Let's see, another thing I wanted to show you is that an interesting item that you can use are dental picks. I use these many times to, if there's like a little bit of rust or corrosion on a particular part, you can pick it off or scrape it away with these. And you can purchase these. I bought these at a flea market. A lot of flea markets, a lot of times clock conventions and so forth. Sometimes some specialty hardware or crafts stores, hobby stores will carry these, and these are relatively inexpensive. Another thing that you might want to obtain is a set of files. Now these files, I only paid, and you can see here the price, $3.75. And there's, let's see how many there is here. There's 12 of them here, from 2 millimeters to 100 millimeters. And they're round, some of them are squared, and some of them are triangular. And they're great to use when you need to file something for small, very small items. And this can be very helpful. Along with a set of regular files, here's a flat one and here's a triangular one that you can use for filing.